Hello everybody and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin and we are on part 13 of our playthrough of Crash Team Rumble. It's our final character, Ripperoo. As far as I'm concerned, it's our final character. Last time we were Dingodile. And yeah, I think we're ready to go. So let's just get in. Gotta find the live stream here. Okay. Okay. Just making sure I'm in the chat here. Okay. So yeah, it's been a while. You know, support for this game in terms of new content has ceased. But I guess this is an experiment, you know, a couple of weeks later. Are people still playing this game and keeping it alive? You know, it's really up to the players at this point, like I said last time. And yeah. Ripperoo was introduced, like, towards the beginning of... He was, like, a part of the first season's new character that's not part of the base roster. I guess he escaped. Like they were adding like they weren't adding so many characters, but they were adding characters at the pace where it was getting away from me, where I couldn't play Ripperoo in an episode. I would make judgment calls and be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna play as this character instead, or this character. You know, especially during the Spyro season, I want to try to keep all those in theme and everything. But it's good to end with Dingodile and Ripperoo, you know. Two of my favorite original Crash Bandicoot characters. I'm thinking maybe I should, for this final episode, stray away from... Do I want to stray away? Because it's like I'm not really used to all this. You know what? If we're Ripperoo, maybe we should do the TNT. We could try that. Because I have been using the health fridge pretty much throughout the whole series we've been doing. But, which is usually, honestly, I prefer it, honestly, because health is always good. I like to rely on my actual skill with the character and let the health just do the work for me, instead of kind of like adding in a new weapon in the repertoire, you know. It's like now I kind of have to learn how is this TNT gonna factor in, I guess, and can it backfire on me? But we'll see. Well, this is a test, I guess. Make it interesting.
3, 2, 1.
I don't seem to take any damage after that. That's good. It's been a while since I played as Ripper. Damn. Maybe I should have brought the health fridge. And look at these guys, they've been playing for a while. This person's on level 243. It's pretty insane. Oh, triple, I think that was a triple shot there. I don't know why this lady's on my ass. It's not like I was scoring or anything. But if I can distract them, sure, I'll take it. Our team is getting kind of pummeled, so let's see what I can do. Maybe I should block. I think Ripperoo is a blocker inherently, so... I guess if I'm gonna get my ass kicked, I might as well get it kicked where it should be. I got some time to do this, okay. Wow. It has been a while. Well, we have 2 AI teammates, and that's not good going to the first round. Not a good sign. I hope people are actually playing this game and that we're not just like... But I think AI bots has always been a problem, so we'll see. Oh my god. That's something you gotta be careful with Ripperoo, is don't bring out his bowling bomb that you're gonna be standing on top of if you just got hit off the map. Because you're just gonna sink like a stone. Biggie TNT. Hehe. Just like that. Yeah, we're getting our asses kicked. And the Dingodile on our team is just standing right there, as you can see. So, doesn't bode well for us. If I say so myself. In fact, I don't see anybody at the moment. What happened to the team? Here we go. They're really... Oh god. Alright, I think we're gonna put the health fridge back after this. Oh my god, now they're just... That was insult to injury there. Quite a wake-up call coming right back into this game after a couple of weeks. Well, I did my part at least. I blocked. As you can see, I have not done anything with the Battle Pass, because it's old stuff I already pretty much have. It's really just bragging rights at this point, the Battle Pass, of how high your number can be on the tier. Let's get rid of the TNT and put the health back on and see what we can do here. And maybe, hopefully, they can give us some human players on our team. And, human players who actually are willing to play, unlike this Dingodile guy. Ryan, I'm looking at you, buddy. So what else is going on? So apparently the South Park Snow Day is supposed to come out tomorrow, but IGN put out a review, and I read it today, and it really is not good. They gave it a 3 out of 10, which is insane, because it's like, not insane that that's what they chose to give it, but it's been a while since, like, I can't even remember in any recent memory where a game that was on my radar and that I was kind of looking forward to just completely bombed with critics. Like, Crash Team Rumble is a game that didn't get favorable reviews. I think on Metacritic it's at like 69 or 67 or something, which is not that good. Usually I have a good eye for qualities of games or whatever, but I'd say Crash Team Rumble, when it was released, you know, they were judging it by the content available. Maybe weren't factoring in that if you're not a super fan of the franchise, then you're probably not gonna be so crazy about this game or whatever. But I think it's fair to say this is a fun game. I enjoyed it. I definitely put in so much time. So it getting like a 6 average out of 10. It just goes to show that reviews are not always going to reflect how you might actually feel about the game. But the thing is, a 3 out of 10, that's a different story.
Enemy team boost expired. Healing bridge ready.
they there was some sentiment that like if you're a fan of South Park, then like a hardcore fan, then you'll probably find something worthwhile about this game. But apparently the combat's clunky, it's repetitive, it's the story is kind of uninspired, the jokes aren't really there compared to like Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth. And they said overall it's just a disappointment compared to what is to be expected from the last two recent South Park games, which is a shame. Definitely not something I had on my bingo card in terms of it being this bad, apparently. But obviously that's only one review. I think right now on Metacritic it is sort of at like a 60-something. And we know IGN can be pretty bold with their reviews. I don't expect this game to be anywhere near the quality of Fractured Butthole or Stick of Truth. I don't think this game was ever trying to be anything more than what it was advertised as. Or maybe it was, I'm not sure. But, you know, it's a $29.99 game. It's live service. It's probably going to be a little bare bones at launch compared to what could grow from it. But again, it's just like that 3 out of 10. I don't think I remember the last time I've ever bought or considered buying a game that got scored so low. And obviously it's just a number, but a number like that low really... And I read the review. I read the actual reason for why it was scored low, and they gave good reasons, so... Hey, Papa Pig. How's it going out there?
Enemy team boosted.
Let me guess, you're talking about South Park. Yeah. Yeah, it's strange, because I wasn't expecting the game to be lighting the world on fire. You know, when you think about when this game came out, and it got really mixed reviews, and right now it's just at a Metacritic score of like 60, like a high 60, and yet I really loved this game. You know, so it's not... There's a specific audience for a game like this, in terms of like live service. But yeah, when IGN's giving it 3 out of 10, that's something that's a little bit different compared to Crash Team Rumble. Obviously, they're comparing it also to the high benchmark that Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth set. It's a different type of game, live service. It's just... I feel like I need to wait on more reviews and see if this isn't just some weird IGN... Because I read the review, and I agree with, you know, I think they made all reasonable points, and from what I can tell, this is definitely not a game I'll probably ever be getting. I think if it was different, I think if it was like a Simpsons game that got 3 out of 10, the Simpsons fan in me, the ultra Simpsons fan in me, would still probably have to get it regardless. Just to add it to the collection, and then try to find some substance from it. But a South Park game, it's like, I'm a fan of South Park, but I'm not like a super fan of where I need to like buy a game that's probably not that good. Like the novelty of it being a licensed game on for an IP that I love is a rare novelty. So, but I don't know if that's worth plunking down money, especially since it's a live service game. It's a quote-unquote forever game that's not really a forever game. And after, you know, the support for a game like Crash Team Rumble ending, I can imagine poor review scores. South Park Snow Day is not going to last that long in terms of support. So, yeah, it's a shame, because I'm kind of waiting for the next game I want to play. Thankfully, Helldivers 2 is still a blast. Even after platinuming it, there's still a lot of progression to do in-game. I still find myself playing that game on a near daily basis. so at least that can hold me over. But and there is kind of a relief that this game is not getting good reviews, because I really don't want to be drowning in all these live service games anymore. That's kind of the silver lining to why Crash Team Rumble ending is kind of okay with me. I put my 400 plus hours into the game. I don't need to really keep continuing. Like, it would have been nice, but it's just like, you know, there's other things to do. There's other games, other shows I want to watch, other, you know, films. There's always something of quality to spend your time with. I'm just a menace right now. Dope. Yeah, I got a list of shows I want to watch. Nice. Yeah, I just finished Succession on HBO. Awesome show. Honestly, I recommend it 100%. Like, let's just say this, as a Better Call Saul fan, who's been very frustrated that Better Call Saul never won any Emmys, after watching Succession, which is 4 seasons, I'm completely fine with Succession having won over Saul. And that's not because I think Succession deserved it more or anything, but it's a worthy show. It would have been more insulting if, like, some show like, I don't know, The Walking Dead Season 8 won over, over Better Call Saul seasons. Yeah, definitely Succession. I 100% recommend from beginning to end. It's just a high-quality show from HBO. A welcome addition to the canon of HBO. Awesome show. Incredible characters. It'll make you cringe and laugh and tear up. It's very moving and just very compelling. I think David Chase from The Sopranos, creator of Sopranos, he said it's one of the last great shows within the last, like, you know, the TV like dramatic golden age that Sopranos sparked. Like, I was reading an interview, and the only reason I'm watching, and it was good to watch Succession because I'm subscribed to Max/HBO right now because I'm watching the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which has also, you know, been a blast. I think right now I'm gonna try to watch Barry and finish that up before my subscription ends. I'm sure, because Barry's a show I tried to watch a year or so ago, and then I kind of just fell off it only because I didn't want to keep paying for HBO. I was trying to watch it, I think probably when, like, in a previous Curb season was airing or something. But now that it's over and I heard good things about it, that it ended well, I think I'm gonna give it another go. Damn, how many blockers does the opposite team need? The enemy team has 3 Dingodils. Alright. But yeah, it's like I'm waiting for that next game too. I'm still in my backlog. I haven't even really come close to finishing Metal Gear Solid 3 yet. But I do plan to get to it. There's been some things that have been getting in the way of that, but also there's some days where I'm just like, you know what, I just want to enjoy myself and play some Helldivers, and that's been fine. Rise of the Ronin looks, you know, it didn't get bad reviews, it just looks like it's an okay to good game. Like, it's from... It seems like people are kind of just, like, lukewarm on it. It's like, you know... which is what I came to expect because it's like a double A game, from I guess it's a first party studio, but it's more of like one of the smaller Sony studios. I heard like one of the things that people criticize it for is
Enemy team boosted.
the combat's okay. I've heard it's okay to great, but I've heard that the open world kind of has like this like
Enemy team
Ubisoft type map where there's just a bunch of shit on the map all at once. Which I don't think that's a game breaker for me, you know. I've dealt with like pretty obnoxious maps before. It's not off my list, but I'm not. Maybe I'll wait for a sale, if anything. If it catches my interest. Because another part of it too is like just like with Ghost of Tsushima, which is, you know, obviously a great AAA game from Sucker Punch. That was a game that I waited for. I waited long after it came out before I got it because I was debating whether it would be a game I would even want to play. I feel like this is similar. I feel like this is one of those games where because I've heard from people too that they picked the game up, and they said, "Oh, I'm so glad I didn't listen to reviews because this game is like 100% my jam." So, you know, we'll have to see. I do feel an obligation to at least finish Metal Gear before I kind of move on to anything. I still have to play the other BioShock, so. But I'm not, you know, if I can at least finish one collection in terms of the 3 games, Metal Gear Solid 3 is like, you know, the last game. I'm at least on that last game, and then maybe I'll feel good about moving on and, you know, getting to BioShock whenever I can. So. Oh, I finished Persona 3 Reload. Okay, nice. Did you platinum it or just beat it regularly? I think I saw you tweet about that. That's always good. It feels good to reach the finish line with these games. I got one trophy left, but I beat the game again to get it. Okay. But oh, you have to beat the game again to get it. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those trophies. Well, if you enjoy the game, you know, do it whenever you get the chance. Oh, why'd I do that? I was hoping that would give me a boost. Oh, he's trying to get that sandstorm. Oh well. I'll do it in September when the DLC comes out. Okay, yeah, that's a good way of managing your time.
Enemy team boost expired.
And it seems like, you know, things are promising for Spyro right now. It looks like Toys for Bob struck some type of deal with Microsoft for their first indie game, and to me that sounds like if you're making any deal with Microsoft when they're already independent, any deal with Microsoft would have to be, I would assume, because of Microsoft owns the IP that they're going to work on. and that they're going to use Toys for Bob as kind of like a contract studio to work on their IP. Or it could be Crash 5, that's also true. But something tells me Spyro has been in the works for a while. We know we have that "Hold Your Horns" quote from Toys for Bob's press release when they went indie. Jez Corden, the journalist, came out with something from, because I think he was at PAX also with Canadian Guy, or he got some scoop that a certain fan base is going to be pleased with something with Activision, or not Activision, with I think it was with like Toys for Bob or something, It seemed to be pretty. Oh my God! Come on. Everything seems to be pointing without confirming that Spyro is coming, and right now we're almost in April. We're in the coming months where something could get announced. And honestly, in 2024, we need. I honestly need something. A single-player game, please. I was disappointed to learn that apparently Ben Studios' new game that they're working on is a live service game, which to me is such a head scratcher, because it's like, why did Factions get canceled from Naughty Dog when it was pretty much 95% done? Or from what I heard, it was already done, and it got canceled, never to see the light of day. And Naughty Dog had to kind of make the hard decision to say, "Hey, we're gonna be a single-player studio going forward," and we got a little too ambitious with our live service project with Factions. So then, why is Sony making Bend make the same mistake, or shepherding that same kind of bad decision, seemingly really bad decision? How many live service games do we really need? Especially when Sony already has, you know, with Bungie, with their partnership with Bungie to make Marathon, and then you have that game Fair Games that's going to be an exclusive Sony kind of. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like a PC, PS5 type multiplayer live service. So they already have stuff in the pipeline. They already have kind of a sufficient game like Helldivers 2 that was completely, like, really successful and good for them. I know they're trying to find the next Fortnite for themselves, but I think it's so silly how they're wasting resources with their first-party studios like Ben. They want their game to be the next Fortnite, but it's just like, it doesn't happen like that. You can't just throw a bunch. You can't just throw a bunch of stuff at the canvas and hope you're gonna get the Mona Lisa. You know what I mean? And if they did, if it does, any of these games do end up being mega successful, good for them. But at what cost? And what cost of the identity of who they are and why the fan base is kind of drawn to them? I get PlayStation because I love the bedrock of these first-party story-driven games. You know, I love all types of games. And that's where third party comes in, and second party, you know, playing games like, you know, Crash and Spyro, or, you know, puzzle games and all these different all these different genres. But the Sony first party's like bedrock of being kind of like the story narrative. Like, honestly, it was like a renaissance in the PS4 era, where all these games like Uncharted, Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us, um, even like stuff like Days Gone, everything. It's like it felt like PlayStation was like the HBO of video games in terms of story, and that's why I like it because I love great stories regardless of what the medium is. Um, so that's why this generation's been a little iffy for me. It's like we've got our God of War Ragnarok, we got Horizon Forbidden West. Ratchet and Clank was a great had a great story for it for it being like it doesn't have to be like this mature deeply grounded story. It could be lighthearted stuff like Ratchet and Clank. And then you got Spider-Man 2. It's like they're doing good stuff. I don't know why they would kind of like sacrifice that for a gamble of something that's not a sure thing. Like, it's kind of disappointing, but a game like Helldivers 2, I'm really enjoying it. I've never played a game like that before. Where in Spirit it's like it's exactly like the first game where it's like a top-down strategy shooter or whatever. It's kind of the same thing, but it's in third person this time around. I'm glad that that game exists. I'm having so much fun with it. But it's like I can't. There's too many of this stuff. Like, and there's a lot of flops too. Like South Park sounds like it's gonna be a flop. Crash Team Rumble's not a flop, but it's like even a great game like this doesn't stand. It didn't stand the chance to be this juggernaut of a live service game. Unfortunately, as much as I love this game, but it's even great games with great quality aren't necessarily going to be successful. God dang it!
Enemy team boost expired.
Even Fortnite took many years. It's investment. It's a slow burn to really get
Enemy ice wizard.
the success they're trying to replicate. And I don't know. It's just it just makes me worried, and that's why I need a game like Spyro. I don't expect Spyro 4 to light the world on fire in terms of being a story-driven game, or like kind of like similar to what Ratchet and Clank was. It'd be awesome if it is. Don't. I think I took someone out with me, but I think it could be a great game, and I think it could be a great exploration of what Spyro is in terms of its mythology and its world. And it'll be a nice change of pace compared to all these forever but not forever type live service games that seem to be taking over my collection all of a sudden. I look at my PS5 collection and I see that I have like almost half of them is like live service stuff. You got Riders Republic, Chivalry 2, Helldivers 2, Crash Team Rumble. I was planning on getting South Park Snow Day until those reviews came out. And then you got more to come, and it's just like, ugh. Like when I look at my PS4 library compared to my PS5, I'm wondering, I'm like, is it going to be as robust this time around as the PS4's? I don't know. What are all these guys doing over here? Look at these dingo dials. I think they're trolling. Oh, this is great. And we still lost. Okay, what? What is my team doing that all of their blockers were on our thing doing nothing? Literally just wait. That was insult to injury from them. Okay, I have Mabel and Charlie on my team. And the human player is not even doing anything. I don't know what that was about. I kind of want to. I kind of want to make a clip of that Dingodile situation, though. Make a short. But yeah, you know, that's the state of what's going on right now, I guess. Woohoo! Ah, God, you know what? I'm not one of those guys that likes to quit and then rejoin, but if there's no human player, it's like, no. Let's back out a second and hope that we can get into a game with human players, like, all across the board. Because you get... That was one of the downfalls of this game, too, I think, is that if you got stuck in a match where you had maybe a bot, an AI bot, or two on your team, they would never refresh it by the next match. You just get stuck. It's like a continuous cycle of being stuck with these AI bots on your team, while the other team just completely gets to thrive with their like squad or their human players. So let's hope that it looks like we got human players this time around. So let's have a good match here. Now, I realize this is our final character. It's in our finale. I'm going to do a party mode finale. But this is our final character. This is part 13. Meaning we have 13 characters total in Crash Team Rumble. That is 2 characters less than the max roster in the original Crash Team Racing. It's more than the roster in Crash Bash. Crash Bash, correct me if I'm wrong, only had 8 characters. And I don't think they had any unlockables. 2 from downtown. That was pretty cool. So yeah, and especially compared to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, which had over 50 characters. Crash Team Rumble falls kind of short, and a lot of those characters are Spyro characters, by the way. And one of those characters is a completely new character, kind of like the Rillaroo of this game, being Catbat. And it makes me wonder because I guess what I find kind of curious is that, you know, this game, it seemed like they were planning to add more characters, but what we got seems to be pretty much the original roster from Crash 4. So all those assets seem to be just recycled. I think Referoo was originally supposed to be in Crash 4, so they had maybe they had assets available. Engine, I guess he was new. So they did add new characters like Engine. Oh no, Engine wasn't new. Engine was in Crash 4. But he wasn't playable in Crash 4. But I guess they had the asset for him in terms of his character design and all that. So they did. Toys for Bob did put work in this game, but it's just interesting to me that it didn't really get as expanded upon as it really could have, and they kind of got lucky with the characters that got in being from the original Crash 4. It makes me wonder if they had any inkling from the beginning of whether the lights were gonna be shut off for them at some point within the year, and that's why they want to like start from scratch working on Tiny. Or I mean, it seems like they almost had Tiny and Pinstripe in and Nina, but But I don't know. It's just something I've been stewing with. I don't even know exactly what my point is here, but it's just interesting. And it seems like the Spyro characters were probably added because maybe they had assets available. Oh man, assets available from you know, a supposed Spyro, a new Spyro game that was in the works. I remember that being a theory with Alora, with her character design change. So. Anyway, I'm babbling.
Ally Ice Wizard. Healing bridge ready.
I guess I'll score. As you can see, I'm sporting Ripperoo's original,
Enemy team boosted.
or not original, but Crash 2 design with his straight jacket.
Super boosted.
And I put a disco ball on his back, because why not?
Enemy team
But he's got his top hat and everything. Seemed appropriate.
Wow, getting down to the wire. Enemy team goes ahead.
I tried, people.
Gulp available.
We have human players, so I can't blame it on anyone this time. And they seem to all be doing their job. Look at all these characters, you know? All maxed out. I did my part. I did my part in supporting this, I'd say. And honestly, it's cool to have Spyro in. I'm glad they got Spyro in before this game ended. I'm seeing people speculate whether Spyro 4 would bring back Ripto. And my thinking is, like, is Spyro kind of like similar to Crash, where Cortex can just keep coming back as that boss? Like, because when I do think of like who is like my favorite villain in the series, Ripto definitely takes the cake. But is Ripto like a touchstone boss or enemy character like Cortex is to this series, where he needs to return? Because it didn't really make sense back in, what was it? Enter the Dragonfly or Hero's Tale? I forget which one. Where he's back with Gulp and Crush and everybody. That feels... I don't know, it feels kind of lazy. I feel like this game could do... I feel like a new Spyro could, like, get, you know, a world that lends itself to imagination as it does. I feel like they can come up with a new enemy. Like, main enemy. Like, someone who's just as much of like, a son of a bitch as Ripto or the Sorceress or Nasty. What was I gonna say? Because if they brought back Ripto, it's like, how does he come back? We saw him die in the lava. And I don't really consider Spyro in the same vein as Crash, where time travel is a thing, or multiple universes is a thing where they can kind of play on that. Because with Crash, it makes sense with the whole warped. You know, warped kind of set the stage for that, with the whole time travel machine and Entropy and everybody. Whereas, and it always felt more like a sci-fi thing that was fitting in Crash's world. With Spyro, it's more of a fantasy world. So it's like, how do you, unless it's like oh my god, I hate when I put the bowling ball out when I'm going off the cliff. But what was I saying? It's like, do we chalk up Ripto's return to like magic,
Enemy team pulls ahead.
dark magic or something? Because it can't be time travel
Your team pulls
if he was to
ahead.
come back. It's like, I don't know. How do they approach that? And it's like, does Ripto even need a return? That's the thing. It's like, they could easily come up with someone new, I feel like.
Enemy team boosted. Your team boosted. Enemy team mega boosted.
Oh, that Tawna was after me and still is after me. That Tawna really wanted me. Oh, we might win this. Oh no, we might lose this.
Getting down to the wire.
That was a huge comeback they just had.
Drop off to win.
Alright, I'm dropping it off.
Your team boost expired.
Alright. Of course. Of course.
Expired.
That's a game changer, them getting those Guardian masks or Guardian power up. They're definitely blocking though. I think they're more intimidated about us scoring than we are about them scoring.
Neck and neck.
Where'd Cortex go?
Drop off to win.
I think I'm just gonna block. Hope our team can do stuff.
Enemy team scores for the lead. It's getting too
Damn it.
close to call.
Did he really score? Can't see.
Healing surge ready.
I tried. I don't even see it. Oh, they're invisible. They're probably invisible. Don't. We haven't got a win yet. Probably ever. We had Alonzo on our team, of course. Now, the AI bots are starting to creep in. Whee! Now they're searching, but they're gonna give us a bot. Yeah, they didn't give us any human.
Three. Your team puts Wampa on the board.
It's Martha.
Your team boosted. Enemy team boosted. Enemy team mega boosted.
Oh.
Ambulance. Aku available.
Oh! Okay.
Enemy team boost expired.
Alright, Battle of the Roost.
Healing bridge ready.
Can't get me. Oh, damn. Alright,
Lights off
good.
for them.
Alright.
Enemy team boosted. Enemy team super boosted. Healing bridge ready.
Dope.
Enemy Aku Aku.
So hope for the best here. Feel like I should get into a scoring. Get some scoring going. Oh man, damn it. My shadow is a swirl because it's kind of like Ripperoo's going own shadow's going crazy. Oh god, oh god. A lot of people blocking our stuff, so. Of course, now we got 2 bots on our team. They had 1, but bots are really good at scoring. Apparently not on our team, though. You can't make it up. I think I'm gonna back out and then go back in, try to get some human players in for our last Ripperoo. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't bring us back into the same thing, into the same match, but we'll see. Pelpa, have you been playing this game at all recently, or did you fall off it a while ago? I remember you were playing Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, more recently, I think, than this game. From what I remember you saying, but I could be wrong. Also got the bomb from with the skull on it from I guess you can say it's from the jet ski levels in Warped, but I think it looked different in Warped, but it's in the same spirit. Also same bowling bombs that you would get in Crash Team Racing. Keep an eye out for thieves on Summer Forest. They carry riches. Isn't it thieves, not thieves? Isn't that grammatically incorrect there?
3, 2, enemy team boosted. boosted. Enemy team
Let's try to win this. I feel like I just got a super jump from doing from landing a certain way. Maybe I'm wrong.
dragons available. Healing bridge ready. Enemy team boost expired.
I think this is the... No, we're playing in a different match now. Okay.
What a smackdown.
Ho ho.
And
Beautiful.
lights off for them.
Wow. That crash just wanted me. Oh, we almost have this. Let's try to see if we can get one more relic in.
Healing bridge ready. Enemy team boosted. Enemy team super boosted.
Oh, oh, that's a good save. Is the? I don't think he saved himself though. I just guarded the edge there, but I think that's a good save if you can use the cannon to stop yourself when you've been knocked off when you have the bowling bomb going. Damn it. It's like we're doing good, but we need that win. I mean, the Dragons is a game changer, but we still lose. I don't know, man. And now people are going to drop out, and they're going to replace them with bots. It's like, not cool, not cool. Yeah, a fair amount of good stuff there. Top blocker. Is it just me, or did they add more experience has to be done to get from one tier to the other? Didn't it used to be like 3,000 per tier? Maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like 4,580 is a random number, and it feels like they're stretching it out so that it gets played more over time without them ever adding content, which is not going to happen when I already have all this stuff. Oh my god, can we get human players in here? I guess we'll make this the last match. The last match, we're gonna let it rip. Let it rip-a-roo when it comes to the character showcase that we've been doing since the beginning. Next episode we'll have a party mode episode dedicated to the party mode. I'll try to get in at all the different modes, all the different game types that come into that. That should be good. Honestly, a very underrated mode for this game. Like, hats off to them for Toys for Bob for adding that mode. They didn't have to do that, but it's a fun mode, you know, for a co-op little party game type thing. Are we just gonna be in searching limbo? What's happening here? Oh, Something's happening. Oh, they're just putting us... Okay, cool. They just, like, merged us. Alright, I guess we're doing the Tar Valley to close this out. Oh, let's pick my guy. Everyone's having fun. Except for Vrood over there. Come on, Vrood. Emote with us. There you go, buddy. Now it's a party. Let's do it, boys and girls. Let's make this count. Let's make this last match count. Let's go out with a bang. Let's let it rip. Tona plays the French horn. I think that's a new fun fact of it. See, it's the game that keeps on giving. That's the most random fun fact, I think, that I've read. That didn't have any meta joke to it. It's literally just Tona plays the French horn. Take it or leave it. Alright. Let's make this count, everyone. Let's go out with a bang here. Drop off while I'm here. Let's block with some slow shrooms. Oh, we need another. Let's get this thing. Haha. There we go. Now it's a party. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go.
Team extends a big lead.
Okay, let's I did my part in blocking. I'm gonna pass it off to the other Ripperoo to do, if he could. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Enemy team boost expired.
Give the slow shrooms to us now. There we go. I think we're gonna win this one. We earned it.
Your team boosted. Allied team super boosted.
Do my part in blocking. Ah, man.
Allied team mega boosted.
Not so much. Okay, let's keep it going. We got this.
Clubhawk to win.
Alright, we got it.
Your team boost expired.
Well, insult to injury. I'm not gonna score right away. And that's how we do it. There we go. Going out with a bang when it comes to the character showcase. We'll end it there. Lots of fun had by all. Okay. Let's call it. Papa Pig, it's been a pleasure. Anyone out there who wants to like, comment, and subscribe is greatly appreciated. It's greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to Kev Plays on YouTube or follow me on Twitter at Let's Watch Series. Other than that, stay safe, stay healthy, keep a clear head, and keep on gaming, and keep this game alive, people. You know, play it. It's fun. Crash Team Rumble. Check it out. And yeah, next episode for Crash Team Rumble, we will do the party mode. I think they do a thing where they shuffle the Toys for Bob Labs. I don't know what the story is with that, but who knows? Maybe there's something we can squeeze out of that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not making any promises because I don't want to dedicate an entire episode if it's just going to be one game type the whole time. But party mode definitely has to happen. I think that will be a fitting finale. Yeah, so we'll call it here. Pelpa, it's been a pleasure. Everyone out there, have fun. I'll catch you all next time. Peace out. And let it rip. Crash Team Rumble.